Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of the podcast. And yes, I just called it the podcast because as of this recording, I am in the process of changing the name. And that's not the only thing that's going on. There's a lot of changes that are going on the podcast. Right now, you just have me. We're working on getting Kevin back. He's got a lot of things that he's doing, new job, taking care of his daughters, all that good stuff. So we hope to have him back soon in one capacity or another. And that's not it, too. We also are tweaking some things with the format. We like sports, but I want to move away from sports quite a bit. I don't want to be so sports heavy. There's already several different ESPNs and Fox Sports and all that. I want to talk about things that you guys want to listen to. And I still want a multi-segmented podcast, but I want to bring forward things that are relevant to the community, relevant to the country, relevant to the people that are living in your neighborhoods and cities in your area. And I want to invoke everybody into this new podcast, this format. I want to ignite your senses. I want you to have a voice in all this. So, yeah, we've been on a little hiatus, but I'm back, and hopefully as we, over the next couple of shows, get everything in a good working order and sort of re-find our footing. That's what I'm hoping to do. Okay, let's get down to business. Now, obviously, today's show is a little shorter because, like I said, we are in the process of making changes. But change is good, right? And we want everything to be a certain way. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be better. That much I can promise you. And I hope to get a lot more guests on the podcast and a lot more frequently. And like I said, I want to talk about things that you want to hear. And if you've got something that you want to say, an opinion you want to voice, by all means, we definitely want you to get on too. Get in touch with us. That way you can voice your opinion, ask questions, whatever. Obviously, you can still reach me at richardjameskearney@yahoo.com. And also, check out the website at rjkpro.com. And it'll give more insight into the podcast itself, as well as other YouTube channels and things that we've got going on. I'm all about the entertainment aspect of the world. That's never going to change. And I'm sort of spreading it out, letting people get what they want and go from there. And if you haven't, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channels of your choice or subscribe to them all. We'd love to have you on there. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your voice. To me, you're what matters. Now, as far as the format, at its core, I want this podcast to be very inspirational. I want people to walk away with one, if not both, of these two things after listening every week. Either you walk away inspired, pumped up, ready to take action, or you walk away with a good laugh, just knowing that you had fun for a few minutes listening in while you're doing whatever you do day to day, getting ready for work, already at work, coming home from work. You just want to check us out every week. I just want you to get something positive out of it. And it's about positivity for me. There's already so much negativity going on in the world. We don't need any more of that. We need positive people, positive influences, and that's what I'm trying to invoke. Okay, now speaking of positivity, there's not a whole lot of positivity that you can get out of this, but gas prices are still high, and it sort of changes the way you do things. Obviously, you can't go everywhere all the time, especially not anymore. So I want to pose a question to you guys. What are some creative ways that you're getting around this gas crisis? Are you just not going to as many places anymore? Or are you doing like me and you still have things that you have to do over the course of the week and you kind of gather them up into one day and hit everything at once? You're out and about, take care of business, and then you're back in. And because I've got all that free time, I've got no excuses. I've started trying to get back into my running again, as well as physical fitness. I definitely want to get better at that, more consistent, and who knows? Hopefully, I'll turn this negative into a positive and get a lot more good things out of it. But I want to hear from you guys. Leave a comment or drop me a line and let me know what you're doing right now during this gas crisis. Speaking of physical fitness, if you follow me on Facebook, there is a Facebook forum called Change, and I'll leave the link to that in the description of this video. If you want to go on there, it's about physical fitness as well as mental fitness. And the difference between it and maybe a lot of other physical fitness forums on Facebook is we're not professional athletes. What we do is just share with each other, share stories, and keep it positive. It doesn't matter if you can only do 3 push-ups, if you can only run half a mile and it takes you 20 minutes to do that. The point is you're doing something. The whole point is to motivate each other and to keep each other going. Nobody's trying to set any records. If that happens along the way, congratulations, more power to you. But the point is we want everybody to be comfortable in their own skin, comfortable in sharing, comfortable in receiving information as well as giving it. And we just want to uplift each other. So we're going back to that word again, positivity. That's what I'm all about. That's what I'm trying to promote. There's too much negativity in the world. There's too many a-holes out there. We don't need any more. Now look, guys, I don't get too much into politics. I know a lot of people discuss politics in the workplace. That's not my thing. Somebody's got their side, somebody else has another. I'm not going through this whole Trump-Biden thing or, nothing negative, but I do want to make this point here. And let me preface it real quick. There's a lot of people that will say, oh, gas is up, it's Biden's fault. This is Biden's fault. That's Biden's fault. Let me explain something to everybody. And again, not taking one side or the other. I'm just explaining something that a lot of people either don't know or need to know. It doesn't matter who the current regime is because of 2 things. One, by the time someone's in office, the things from 1, 2, or 3 terms ago are still affecting the country. So it's not just one person. It's not just one person's fault. Regardless of what you think or how the media wants to put a spin on it. Secondly, for all intent and purpose, the president's position is a glorified figurehead. Yes, he has more power than you'd see in a monarchy, but the House and the Senate still control the country. Let's be honest. Let's be real. And when it comes to this whole thing, Democrat versus Republican, it's just a different kind of lie, no matter which side you choose. And one man, one person is not going to make it better or worse. It takes all of us, good, bad, right or wrong. So we need to stop with all these tropes. We need to stop saying this is this person's fault, or I wish that person would say this or do that. What we need to do as a people, united, come together, take a stand, and that's how we make a difference. This is a democracy. The democracies are the best forms of government around. This is the best country ever. But what makes it work is when we stand united. And if we don't stand united, it's never going to work. The system is set up to work a specific way. And if it doesn't work that way, it's going to fail, period. Don't look at it any other way. There is no way you should look at it. The system only works one way, and it goes through all of us. It's an all or nothing thing. It's not broken. It's just not working right because we're not following the instruction manual. Okay, guys. A little fun, worthless, but at the same time, informational news. And I heard this today, but I think it's a couple days old now, but I want to discuss it real quick. Because we are a sue-happy, butt-hurt world. That's what we are definitely becoming as a society. And the story goes like this. A man is suing a restaurant. We won't name the restaurant. That's not even the problem here. Not because something was wrong with his burger, not because something that was put on there that shouldn't have been, or something that shouldn't have been was, nothing like that. He's simply suing this company, this burger chain, because he didn't like the burger. Really? Now this all goes way back to, I want to say this would have been the late 80s when a woman sued, I think it was McDonald's, because her hot coffee was too hot. And from that point forward, we have been a sue-happy, butt-hurt society, and with each passing year, it grows more and more. Here's my take on this latest round. First of all, it should get thrown out of court. It shouldn't even be seen by a judge. If it does, that tells us that something's really wrong with society. Second of all, where does it end? Where does it end? Do I sue my employer because I feel like I should be making more? Does the school get sued because my kids' grades aren't what I think they should be? Should I sue the gas station because I'm paying too much for gas? Where does it end? So the question I pose to you guys, do you think that this latest lawsuit will even make it to a trial date? And if so, where do you think this is going to end for us as a society? Leave me a message and let me know what you think. Okay. I will do one piece of sports today. One piece of sports. Because free agency has started in the NFL. And I'm just going to make a bold prediction. Because I'm the only one on the show today. My co-host is not here. So, no one can talk me out of it. Bold prediction. The Las Vegas Raiders will win the AFC West. You heard it here first. Go ahead, give me the applause. That's right. That's right. The Raiders will win the AFC West, and I believe that this year they will go a little bit deeper into the playoffs. Not just one and done. They'll win at least one playoff game, so they are showing signs that they are getting better. With what they went through last year, whether you love them or hate them, with everything they went through last year, the Gruden situation, the situation with the wide receiver, hey, that team showed me something. They showed they had heart. And if they have that same kind of desire and that same kind of heart this year, they will go deep into the playoffs. All right. That's all I'm saying about sports this week. All right. Again, with keeping it short and simple, I have a quick question that I want to post to everybody along the lines of entertainment. And this is a TV thing. And we all like different things. We all watch different things. And I'm not coming down on anything in particular, but I myself, I'm not a big fan of reality TV shows. Let's just call it what it is. I hate reality TV. I think it's stupid. And first of all, there's no such thing. It's staged, it's fixed, it's scripted, whatever you want to call it. These things don't really happen. And if you believe that they happen, you need to do your research. But again, I'm not putting my opinion out there. I don't need to. That's not what this is about. I want to ask you guys, do you watch reality TV? And if you do, what reality TV shows do you like? Maybe I'm missing one that isn't so bad. The only thing I can think of, that first year of Survivor, that's when reality TV was real. But when people started getting sick or hurt, they changed the game. Now everything is fixed. Everything is staged. It isn't the same anymore. The closest thing I can think of, and I don't really consider it reality TV, is Deadliest Catch. That is real. 100%. However, it is scripted, it is glorified, and over the course of a season, you might get 100 hours of footage, but believe me, they go through 1,000 hours of footage to get you that 100. But again, the question to you guys, do you like reality TV? And if so, what reality TV shows do you like? What would you recommend to me, the person who does not watch and doesn't care for reality TV? I want to hear your answers. You know what? I think I'm fast becoming the hardest working man on the internet. I've got 4 different YouTube channels. And hey, shameless self-promotion. I wouldn't mind if you watched them all. Now, next week on my Rewind, Relive, and Review YouTube channel, you can catch reactions from myself and my brother Kaz, and we will break down Pearl Jam and Rush. And also on the channel, I'm doing a movie review going back to a cult classic. I'm going to be doing Roadhouse. Okay, so for those of you guys who are more into the technical aspects of movies and wondering what I'm doing on the movie front, I have begun a new movie project, and my short film channel where I discuss about things that I'm doing movie related and how I'm putting together things, RJK Productions. Check that YouTube channel out. And this week I'm going over the beginning stages of putting my next film together. Obviously, you can keep checking out this YouTube channel. It may or may not continue to say the Two Dudes Podcast because I'm considering a name change to go with the format change, and we'll see how that turns out. But even if we do change the name, I will keep all the old episodes up here, so you don't have to worry about that. Now let me tell you about the newest YouTube channel that I've been working on. It's pretty straightforward, and it's just Richard James Kearney. I'm just giving advice, tips, and just talking about life basics. That's all. Nothing glorified, just real talk, real simple, and real short. Please check that out. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think for all of them. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all that. So yeah, I guess I am well on my way to being the hardest working man on the internet. A guy's got to be good at something, right? Now, I mentioned earlier my Facebook forum called Change. Make sure that you're on that. It's all about health and fitness, natural stuff. Don't forget, when we talk about health and fitness, it's not just physical, it's mental too. And again, it is for the everyday person. No pro athletes here, no pro talk, no pressures of any kind. We just want to help each other and lift each other up in every way possible. So be sure and check that out. Join the forum. If you're not on my Facebook, get on my Facebook. If you're not on my Twitter, get on there. And if you're not on my Instagram, get on there. All of them are uniquely different, and I want to bring something different to the table in every aspect. So you can join one, all, doesn't matter. I appreciate you either way. Okay, guys, like I said, this episode was going to be extremely short, and it was. But let me know what you want to see in the future. Let me know any ideas that you have. Get with me. You can email me, comment on YouTube, or through the website. All right. Thanks again as we kind of tweak and rebuild. I appreciate every single one of you. And as I always say, stay positive, stay blessed. I'll see you again soon.